Our first top 5 finalists. Ang hirap. Nahirapan kayo?
Yes.
Hirap. Ayokong tawagin to. Ang hirap. Kasi lahat sila deserving. Oh, lahat magaling. But still, and the first top 5 finalists. It's going to be from lowest to highest number. Ito ang magiging proseso natin sa top 5 para just to be fair. Okay, let's start with candidate number. Pasensya na, trabaho lang. You are in candidate number. Candidate number 1, Karen Montecillo. Next is
Aya Garcia.
ang galing ng kawis. You are in candidate number. Candidate number 9, Aya Garcia. Trabaho lang, di ba? Candidate number 11. Candidate number 11. Lahat kayo mga kaibigan natin. But still, sa pageant, may nananalo, may nasa-shallow. And to complete our top 5. And you nailed it! Candidate number 13, Zainab Harahim. Have to call the candidates according to number. But still on a ranking. Wala na po magpapalit. Magpapalit ang sponsor down. Sige, mag-rubber shoes kayo. Congratulations, ladies. Ayan. Ang hirap, nahirap. Okay. Thank you, Direk Pobet Bidanes. Hello? Okay, let's start with the beautiful candidate number 1, Miss Karen Montecillo.
Shout out to my 205.
Okay, are you ready?
I have no choice.
So, tarong ano no, parang si Karen pag tinanong mo, hindi ko na po matandaan your honor. Bunod ka na, be.
Final QA of top 5. Go, Karen.
We're going to be to ask by a former president of United States of America. Sorry. Our very own, the Maldita herself, Judge Jane Maldita Dayal. Palakpakan naman natin.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning po, madam.
Okay ka pa?
Yes po.
Kami nantok na charot. Okay. Your question is, why is the West Philippine Sea important economically and strategically to the Philippines? Again, why is the West Philippine Sea important economically and strategically to the Philippines?
Go, Karen.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Do we have a time limit or it's open? Open time, 30 days.
Marami pong salamat sa isang napakagandang katanungan. Bakit nga raw po ba naging importante sa atin ng West Philippine Sea? Marahil sa pagkakataon pong ito, ang number one issue o problema na kinakaharap ng ating bansa ay ang West Philippine Sea. Dahil sa pakikipaglaban ng mga China sa ating bansang Pilipinas na pilit kinukumkom ang teritoryo na dapat sa atin. At bakit po naging importante ang West Philippine Sea dito sa ating bansa? Simple lamang po, bakit po ba nila pinag-aagawan ang West Philippine Sea? Dahil dito sa yaman ng laman dagat at sa ganda ng West Philippine Sea at in the word itself, ang teritoryo ng Pilipinas. Kaya importante po sa atin to upang ipalago at kunin ang karapatan at ang nararapat na sa atin bilang isang Pilipino. Marahil ang daming kumakalat sa social media or sa TikTok na nakikipaglaban ang mga Chino at pilit tinutumba ang ating bandila ng Pilipinas at sinisira ang ating mga bangka dahil akala nila ay hindi sa atin or aangkinin natin ang West Philippine Sea. Pero hindi po ba nila alam na in the word itself, West Philippine Sea ay kami pong mga Pilipinas o Pilipino ang tunay na nagmamay-ari dito. Dahil kahit kailan, hindi po ito magiging importante kung hindi naman ito para sa amin. Dahil meron naman po ang mga China na tinatawag natin Southeast China na kahit kailan ay hindi namin inaagaw o inaangking ang teritoryo. Kaya nararapat lamang po na ibigay at ipaglaban natin ang likas na yaman na pinagkaloob natin alang-ala sa ating bansa, sa Republika ng Pilipinas. Kaya ang mga tao, ang mga Pilipino ay handang makipagpatayan alang-ala sa ating mga teritoryo. Gaya ng ating mga ninuno, ng ating mga bayani, lahat po sila ay nakipagpatayan at nakipaglaban alang-ala sa ating bansa at alang-ala sa ating teritoryo. Kaya kahit ano pong mangyari, ating pong bawiin ang nararapat sa atin. Pero hindi po sa bayolenteng pamamaraan. Pero itulak at itarak nyo sa inyong mga isipan ang mga katagang iniwan ng ating mga bayani ang mamatay ng dahil sa iyo. Magandang gabi po.
Ay, Cruz, tumahimik ka na. Baka maparang masamahin ka na. Karen,
The very controversial Hari Marie Roque. Sorry. Diyos. And very handsome, the one and only Mark Joseph Cruz. Hi MJ, good morning. How are you?
sana magparang okay and that mahal kasi gusto ko nakakanood tayo. Pero huwag naman ganun.
Kinakabahan naman si
Ito na lang ang
Charles.
sagot ng bawat isa.
Umayag po. Ano?
Go,
Mic number 2. Yan.
Okay, Mike Cruz, tahimik ka na, be.
Hello? Okay, ito na lang muna.
Sign language na lang kita.
Good morning to everyone and good evening. Good morning to candidate number 6. So, you told us a while ago that you have a partner or your boyfriend, right? So, I'm going to give you a situational question where I'm just giving you a scenario and you just have to share your own opinion and point of view about this. So, this is the situational question. Let's say that you and your partner have tested HIV positive today. What steps would you take to address this issue, and how would you manage your health, emotional being, and potential impact to your life and to the life of your partner? Again, let's say that you and your partner have tested HIV positive today, and what steps would you take to address this issue, and how would you manage your health, emotional well-being, and the potential impacts of this matter to your life and to your partner?
Thank you very much for that very difficult question. Ladies and gentlemen, the question that was given to me is, in a situation that me and my partner have tested positive for HIV, how will I take care of my health, my well-being, and the people around me? Let's always take in mind that HIV is a topic that is considered a taboo. It's always set aside because a lot of people would turn a blind eye because they do not want to talk about it. Dahil sila po mismo ay natatakot sa sakit na ito. Specifically because it is incurable. It can only be prevented or stopped if you are positive for HIV. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the rainbow community, if you have a partner who is positive or both of us is positive, then definitely we would accept each other fully with unconditional love. But that is not enough. What I mean is that you should always be educated enough of what HIV is and how it is transmitted. Siyempre, kayong dalawa na mag-partner ay positive, din dapat kakalkalin nyo at aalamin nyo lahat ng bawat bagay kung paano ba ito maipapasa sa ibang tao dahil ayaw nyo nang makahawa. HIV or this disease should always stop within someone who is positive. You should not give it to other people or disseminate it within the community as part of what we call a jinx. Or babawi ka dahil nakuha mo ang isang sakit na ito. Let's always take in mind that you can always take care of your health and your family and your partner by simply going to the LGU. They take care of these patients. This is not already considered a taboo. This is already considered as part of the community. Niyayakap na po tayo ng ating komunidad. Binubuksan na po ng ating mga munisipyo, ng ating LGU, ang isip ng bawat tao. Pinapakain na po sa atin ang impormasyon sa bawat pagkakataon na meron sila. Just like this one. This is an opportunity for me to educate the people, especially to the young ones, to always use a condom. It is an invention that we should always hug. Yakapin po natin itong mga condoms. Bakit? Because this will not only stop the dissemination of HIV or AIDS, but it will also save the lives of you, your partner, and most especially your loved ones and your family. Especially if you are positive, hindi mo na po dapat ikakalat itong sakit na to. Ikaw na po mismo ang magbubukas ng isip ng bawat tao. Maging advokasya mo to nang sa ganoon ang bawat tao maintindihan kung paano natin pipigilan itong sakit. Why? Because as human beings, it began with us. But it can also be stopped if we would inculcate in the minds of the people the medical ways so that we will be able to be educated enough to disseminate the proper information. Ang tinatawag po nilang abstinence. B, to be educated. C, the use of condoms. And E, to always exclude everything, especially if you are not married. Lagi po natin pakatatandaan, we should never judge those people who are positive. Huwag po natin silang pandirihan. Mga tao din po sila. Kung ang isang tao ay matalino, alam niyang hindi ka agad mahahawa sa simpleng pakikipag-usap, pagyakap sa mga taong positibo sa HIV. Dahil ang pagiging tao mismo ay hindi natatapos sa magkakaroon ng HIV sakit. So lagi po natin pakatatandaan, if you are positive, then definitely you are still a human being. Yayakapin ko pa rin po kayo dahil ako ay isang tao na naghahanap din ng respeto mula sa ating komunidad. Maraming salamat po.
Very well said yan na Victoria.
Oh, Madam Younger. Are you happy again?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, it's nice to be back talaga.
Ayun ko, ma'am.
Ayan, bunot ka na, Mars.
Yes, ma'am. Irish Brian. Papay.
Magpa-test kayo, kahit ano lang, kahit yung
Please, yung ma'am.
sa lungs lang, mamaya. Na-ispat eh.
No, mas naman.
Okay, you will be asked by our first ever, the second runner-up of Miss Queen International 2024, Maria Cristina. Then, good morning, ma'am. Welcome to session.
Hello, good morning
Ate
everyone.
Christina, dandan.
Good morning.
Go, Ate Christina.
So here's my question. Recently, President Marcos Jr. mandated the reciting of the Bagong Pilipinas hymn in all government official offices, institutions, and schools. What positive values can that instill upon the Filipino people?
Again, please. Sorry.
Recently, President Marcos Jr. mandated the reciting of the Bagong Pilipinas hymn in all government offices, institutions, and schools. What positive values can that instill upon the Filipino people?
Okay. Our president mandated us, the Filipino citizen, to memorize the new hymn, the new national hymn, and what particular values that would inculcate that particular recitation of the new national hymn to us. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? We are living in this country, and we should always pay respect to the things that beyond on our limits. I believe that it's very important to recite and memorize this new hymn, this new national hymn, because we are living in this country. We are part of this Filipino thing. We are Filipino, therefore it is our value, it is our right to memorize and recite this national hymn. Always remember that being a Filipino, we should always bear in mind those things that would help us to motivate ourselves and motivate our country. If we will not recite or memorize this hymn, therefore you're not a Filipino. You're not part of this living existence. You don't respect your own country. Therefore, at the end of the day, I would encourage every one of us to memorize and recite the national hymn and pay love and respect for our own country people and countrymen. Because at the end of the day, we will always remember how to love our country. Deus, Patria, and Convictus Sagrados. Deus for love of God, because at the end of the day, if we will love our country, which is the Patria, therefore we are also loving our God, because God has created this wonderful country. And at the end of this day, Deus, Patria, and most especially the Convictus Sagrados, which is the sacred conviction. That is the most virtual thing that you can pinpoint at any given time. That is the most straight of a Filipino, knowing the sacred values of being a real Filipino citizen living in the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Very well said, Ate Ai. See you soon sa Philippines on August 9.
Ang hirap ng tanong.
Actually, lahat po talaga.
Oo, nakakalkala. Ay, sir, good morning po. How are you there? You will be asked by our very own Miss Candy Segovia. Good morning, madam.
Candy Segovia. Tutok muna natin kay Ma'am Candy Segovia. Oh, ma.
Buti nga sa'yo.
Okay, good morning. Okay, the question is this. Now that divorce is already passed as a bill, what is your stand about it?
Again,
Now that divorce is passed as a bill, what is your stand about it?
Thank you so much. You look very beautiful. and very interesting question. Well, I go directly about that question. Well, first and foremost, a transgender woman standing here in front of all of you is one of those person who dreams to face the altar of the church and say I do into the person that I love. But you know what? About that question, what do I think is my own opinion when it comes to the divorce? The only answer that I can give into that question is definitely, I agree. Why? First and foremost, yes, indeed, we know already that marriage is sacred. It is a gift from God. But I always believe that bilang isang bakla na tumatayo sa inyong harapan, sobrang nakakalungkot po at nakakapanlumo makakita ng dalawang taong nagsasakitan dahil hindi na nila mahal ang isa't isa. Yes, tama po kayo. Sabi nila na ang pagsubok o ang problema ay siyang nagbibigay tibay sa isang relasyon. Ngunit naniniwala po ako na kung sobra na, kung ubos ka na, hindi matutuwa ang puong may kapal na magbuklod kayo kung sinasaktan nyo ang isa't isa. Kaya po, ngayong gabi, mas pipiliin ko pong mag-agree ako sa divorce o pagbuklodin ang dalawang taong nagmamahalan. Masaya. O kung hindi na po nila napapatunayan sa bawat isa ang tunay na kahulugan ng salitang pagmamahal. Di ba po, ang kahulugan ng pagmamahal ay pagbibigay ng kalinga, pag-aaruga, nangako kayo sa harap ng puong may kapal na hindi sasaktan ang isa't isa. Ngunit bakit ganoon? Pinipili niyong hindi lampasan o hindi harapin ang problemang ibinigay ng puong may kapal. Mas pinipili niyong saktan ang bawat isa. Kaya po, umapabor po ako sa divorce upang mas mabigyan pa po natin ng pagkakataon ang bawat isa na muling lumigaya kung sila'y nagdurusa sa pag-ibig na pinili nila. Lagi po nating pakakatandaan na dito sa mundong ibabaw ay walang perpekto. Ngunit, kung papipiliin po nating palayain ang isa't isa, ayun ang isang pinakamagandang regalo na maibibigay natin sa ating mahal kung hindi na kayo masaya sa isa't isa. Dahil lagi po nating pakakatandaan na sabi nga po ng iilan na ang tunay na kahulugan ng pagmamahal ay ang siyang pagpaparaya. Maraming salamat po.
No one ever. Okay, and you're going to be asked by Miss Adrian Arencia. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to PTA meeting.
Hi, Josh. Good morning. Welcome back to see you. Since last year, representing Baclaran said Miss Paranaque Pino. So this is the question. As you all know, that life is a gift from above. Yet there's so many women who file abortion. Now, do you think that women who kill their child should be penalized too? Why and why not?
First, I'd like to deconstruct the so-called abortion. When we talk abortion, it is a fundamental right of a woman by giving them life into this world. It just so happened that there are times or isolated cases that this child must be eviscerated. Let us all be reminded during the Me Too movements by the women who is currently on their way of women empowerment. This is one step forward to modernization. Let me remind everyone that abortion is not killing life. It is like forcing an individual not to produce one. It is, however, the fundamental ability of a woman to conceive nor to put an end to it. Come to think of it, how about those people who has been victimized by rape? Do you think that child will bury alive? Do you think that will produce some sort of consistency in the society?
believe that abortion is giving a woman a choice. As a liberal individual, I always think that this is one step forward of giving women the right that they deserve. Good evening.